appreciate that hues, man. When we link up is a vibe.
Pretty bitches link up, bitch, get dressed, it's up, we finna slide.
Pull up on my head with gang, I'm right here posted with the guys.
I'm with the gang, don't make them bang. We come in peace, you should coincide.
Who got them works, who got them bangs? You in the beach, go inside.
Bang, 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 ski, ski, ski. Why your nigga looking at me?
Pop that ass, left right cheek. Fuck your nigga, just go cheat.
We outside, we shaking ass, we at.
I'm gonna toss it to my team. I'm gonna get out the way. With this situation, and like you said, like, you know, you try to stay away from social media and people try to test you. I definitely want to get some insight on the behind the scenes of the show, because from what we seen watching it 16 years ago, 15 years ago, wherever the case may be, was a young lady that was funny as hell, but you stood on business, right? Like, you didn't take nothing from nobody. And we're seeing that right now today. Like, I don't care what nobody say, like, it's some shit that you did.
This
so,
I
like,
remember.
I'm like, damn, Boots is not for none. Like,
this the Boots I know.
Like,
for
damn,
sure.
okay, like, Boots, she about to go toe to toe with you for real. Like, y'all might want to watch out. Like, stay clear.
I tell
real,
everybody,
like,
I was the first bad girl of
how was that in
reality.
that environment?
I was just about to say that when we were talking about that.
I didn't care about the industry, pleasing people.
Like, we got to see a glimpse of Boots in real life.
Staying on script, staying in character, all that. That was before reality TV was like reality TV, and you were giving it for sure.
She definitely was the bad girls before the bad girls.
That real part was the main focus. Like, can you like kind of walk us through that journey? How did you even get connected with Flavor of Love? Like, what was that whole process like?
So, me being from LA, I just remember going out to a club and no one was there. It was weird, but they had I was watching Flavor of Love 1. It was still airing. The reunion did not even air yet, with Hoops winning. So I just see a banner on the table that says Flavor Love casting. And I said, so I just nobody's in this club, literally. I walk up to the table. I asked the lady, how are you guys doing this if it's not even like a reunion or whatever? Like, the show's not even over with. So she starts explaining, because remember, that's not social media. We didn't know nothing, wasn't no social media, all that, but MySpace. But that probably came a little bit after. But she was like, we're casting for season 2. And she was like, just take my card. You're very pretty. Just act like you like Flav. And I said, what does she mean? Act like I like Flav, right? So she just gives me her card. But one day I was just bored. I said, I'm going to go see what they're talking about, right? Not even think in my head. I'm thinking how everybody thinks now. Like, it's so many girls. Probably, I don't know. I guess I didn't know what to expect. So I just went up there. I literally did not expect to get a call back. The guy was like, that was interviewing me, he was a white boy. He was young. He was like, oh, I just like you. You about to be on the show. I'm telling you, you and I'm not listening to none, because you hear in Hollywood, they just tell you whatever you want to hear.
Hyping your ass up.
Yeah, he's just talking. I leave. I think it took about 2 months to get a call, a month or 2. And they just told me to you have to take an STD check. You have to do a psychology test.
Wow.
Yeah, so once you pass all of that, they have a psychologist call you, make sure you're not crazy, and they ask you all these questions, and then you do the medical testing, the STD check and all that. And then once you pass all that, they pick you out of that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then they just called me and said, we're moving in the house. Here's the contract. We really love. I will say, I feel like reality was so genuine then, because the production was professional. Like, I be hearing nowadays people be fucking on their production. I'm like, what type of shit is going on here? Like,
it's a wild game out there, boy.
Yeah, like I I guess I could say now, looking back, it's like production might have told other girls to say things, but it's not they never told me, because I guess I was doing stuff naturally. They didn't need to. But if they did tell a girl to do something, like on Charm School, Pumpkin ended up, there's a lot of things you guys didn't see when I was at the phone booth. She disconnected the phone when I was talking to somebody and we got into it. She ended up revealing in the room with Monique when we were in the, I guess, principal office talking to Monique. They had to exit out a lot of it because she ended up revealing the production told her to do that. So they couldn't air that part. They only aired what I called her. And she was just, and they didn't air a lot of things because she was like, Larissa called me a white bitch. And if I called her a black bitch, and I stopped her and I said, and you wouldn't call me a black bitch because you wouldn't be sitting right here.
Yeah.
I said something crazy. And Monique starts hysterically laughing. So Monique, no, there's certain things when I look back, I kind of can see what people were saying. They were saying they felt like other girls were saying, you're going to win Charm School. I couldn't see it because I didn't like her energy, but they were saying she's an actress. I think she really likes you. I'm not listening to these girls because I feel like they ass kissers, whatever. But looking back, that may have been the case because there are scenes that I know about and those girls know about where she literally was laughing. But then they have, when you watch the show, she says, well, you shouldn't have called her that. But people don't know she literally was laughing hysterically. They had to calm her down and tell her we need to do this over because we can't air what Pumpkin said because she said we told her so we gotta do this. We can't put that part. So they must have had Monique doing that on her own, or maybe they redid it right then. But that part, there was parts they would never air out when we bring up production. So we started figuring out there were parts at the end. I actually left Charm School. I wasn't eliminated. They made Monique do the spill like I was eliminated, but I actually left and we got into it. There are so many back scenes no one knows about but the girls. Like I was gonna tear that whole set up standing there.
Oh man.
Like I was so mad, and then little Pee Wee Herman, I don't even know his name. Talking about I was a psycho. He was like Pee Wee Herman. I forgot. I don't even know who he was. I forgot what he was doing on there. But I felt like that was way too much. Nothing that I did was psychotic. But
wow,
I just feel like those two shows were so classic only because I played that game so smooth, especially with Charm School. Nobody knew I did it. They felt like, what did Hottie say? Oh, she's too stupid to do that. Girl, now you looking dumb because your ass got X'd out. And that's one thing I said on the show. I peeped everybody's game. Hottie never talked to none of the girls. That was her big, bonus for her was she's not going to reveal. And that was my mistake. Thinking that people was my friends and telling them what was going on. I could have did that on my own and got all them hoes out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll tell y'all one thing, Hottie is very smart. She's smart and she's quiet and she peeps game, but I peep game more. And one thing I knew, if I didn't get her out for I really feel like I got her out for them girls and they were unappreciative because if she was in that house, them girls wouldn't even have lasted. They wouldn't have lasted. She had all types of stuff up her sleeve. And the only reason I did what I did was because she hid Crazy's dress. And I started feeling like it's season 1 against season 2. Even though I didn't like Crazy, I've started seeing things behind the scenes. Like, you guys are trying to get all the girls from our season because we're more popular. And, that bothers me too when people say, oh, New York carried y'all show. New York didn't carry shit. Our show
didn't have to be on the show.
She didn't. She didn't have to be on there.
She didn't have to be.
Were from episode 1. New York was not on that. We were number 1 in the world. So by the time she got on there, we had already surpassed her season.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like now this generation looks at things like, well, whoever's doing something now is who was more popular. No, that's not true. That's not true. One thing I'll say about New York, for her season, even when I watch it now, she brought things out, but I feel like it's kind of egged on a little more than this. Because when I watched the show, it didn't seem like she was a boss. She was just funny and had a character to her that the other girls didn't have, right? When I came on the scene and the other girls came on the scene, it seemed like they got prettier girls. They got different girls and a more, I guess they had a different assortment of girls too on the last one. But I just felt like we were more prettier. Look, I mean race wise. No, race wise, because I was gonna say, it was different races on ours, but it was different races on season 1. But I don't know. I just feel like New York is who she is for her character. But when we came in the building, when I came in the building, let's say that it was more so she's a real bitch. Don't play with her. It was the real deal, basically. And to this day, I laugh at Charm School because I never understood. I am just so sweet and nice. But when I look back at the show, now I see why Pumpkin was crying. She didn't know me from a can of paint, but that girl, I don't know if y'all remember the first episode, they roomed her, me, and the other girl I used to be friends with.
It was up.
And she was crying her eyes out because she said, I'm in the room with the girls that hate me. I said, girl, I ain't never met you a day in my life. But I think that she knew this ain't New York. So I can't do this stuff with Larissa. Right. I could do with New York because New York's going to play the game, because like I told her when we got it in the kitchen and she tried to say, you're trying to be like New York. I said, well, bitch, you spit on me. You'll know the difference. You'll know the difference right there. I said, so if you feel that way, go ahead and try me. Basically letting her know, punking her to know, like, there's nothing that you have done that you did to New York that you would ever think to do to me. You literally were crying coming in this house because you felt the energy from me. So don't play that game later on like you tough now because production and pumped you up to say you're not gonna get hit, because that's how I felt.
Oh yeah, nah.
But I was just like, I enjoyed Flavor of Love. Charm School, I wish we could do a redo. I think that I took the show very seriously and personally. But when I look back, I think that if I knew, like how Reality Now, girls going on Reality Now and guys, they have the blueprint of us and other shows to look at. We didn't have that. So
y'all was a pioneer of reality TV.
Y'all in real world.
Anything said, so anything said to me, I took personally. I didn't take it as this is TV, none of that, because that's not how I get down. I think New York did it well. She didn't let it phase her, and that's the part where I will give it to her. I will say she did put Flavor of Love on the map, but I will say our season blew it over the map. So
100%.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, our season was very interesting. It was real.
Women was better.
So speaking of real, you said at the casting they said all you got to do is act like you like Flavor Flav. So
because
did you go in there? Right. So you actually you knew, obviously I'm assuming you knew who Flavor Flav was, and then did you like him as like an artist? Did you gain to like him or anything like that? All right. Hey, then keeping it real. But so but did you get to? I mean, obviously you got to know him. Did you develop feelings like even friendship level or anything like that for him?
When they told me act like you like him, she was like also said that because that was just the premise of the show. But when we actually got on the first episode, he's actually outside with us. So he was actually prepping us and letting us know that. Or maybe there were scenes. Remember back in the day when VH1 would do the behind the scenes?
Yeah.
I seen the behind the scenes.
This part, do you guys remember this? Because if you don't, then they didn't air it. But there was a part where he was like, I'm only looking for a friend. Do y'all remember that, or y'all didn't hear that? Because it was like at eliminations, he was saying that on the first eliminations that he's not looking for a relationship, he's looking for just a friend to have fun with.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So once he said that, we literally knew. I don't know. Even now that I think about it, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was more so thinking we're just gonna however the show goes, it goes. But I was I didn't really take it. And I was the youngest. People don't know that. I was the youngest cast member of both shows. The production told me that. So I kind of didn't think things through. I kind of just went with the flow. And if it was something I didn't want to do, like when he asked me to have sex with him, I'm not doing that. I felt like that was dumb.
Hell no.
A lot of the girls said he was good. but I was just sitting there like, in my head, I more so was thinking, there's not $1 million prize at the end of this. So what is there has to be a benefit if you busting open some pussy.
Dead ass.
And the benefit should not be just being claimed as the winner of Flavor of Love.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I just felt like, and for him to outright ask me, because people always say, well, so everybody else was having sex. In my opinion, I do feel they were, because why is it that he only asked me like I'm the last one? Well, what's up with you?
Like, man, look, I didn't touch everybody else.
The way that he came at me was more so like, well, you the last of the litter, so what you got?
Right.
What you got?
Right.
How
Let
you
me
gonna
get a
prove
tape.
to me?
What you got?
He came off like, how you gonna prove to me you better than them? But I didn't have to do that, because if people would know if I fucked him, the show would have been over. He would have picked me from the very gate. The moment I didn't get him,
period. Okay.
So,
Boots ain't fucking around.
I'm not gonna sit up there fucking for competition. Like I felt like that was just stupid in my head.
It's crazy that you say you was the youngest and you thinking like that, and these other ladies are older and giving it up. You know, that's
but you know what? Now that I look back and I see like the Instagram models, you know, and how we was on the cover of the magazines, how it all started and stuff like that with the video girls, all that, and then us. But I just feel like now I see the older girls probably that was all they had. It was more so like I felt like they thought it through more for a career. But I own my own business coming into Flavor of Love. So when I went into this show, I expected to own I didn't expect anything to change. I had no clue this show was going to be what it was. Even watching season 1, our show was so big. They say to this day that show was so big. It's like out of this world. So I never expected that. So I couldn't even work anymore, because I was doing hair at the time. I couldn't even work at the shop because people would call my number, act like they, oh, that's the girl that worked there. Let me act like I'm gonna get my hair done. No, we're not about to play them games. That's when I knew, okay, we're really famous. Like, we really cannot go nowhere. And I look the youngest. If you look at me,
you do.
Out of all them girls.
Yeah.
But Patience pissed me off. That was Patience.
That bad girl.
And you know what's crazy? It's crazy because even when you watch Flavor of Love, there's terminology now I wish we had then. Like with her, I did feel she was a colorist. But we didn't have that verbiage back then, but I did tell her that. Why is it that when we talk about an Asian, because she was half Asian, half black, you get very offended, but we could talk about black guys all day long, clown on them, and you don't have an issue with it.
Right.
So nowadays it's called colorism, but that's what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? She would get very offended. And she would just make little comments and stuff about black people. Yeah, she would make little comments and stuff about black people because, I roomed with her. So I heard a lot. So I'm just sitting there. That's why when I blew up on her in the room, didn't even blow up. I kind of just checked her and she just.
It was a check for sure.
Yeah, she was back there like. And then I told myself, I'm about to put her on blast because I don't know what she about to tell him. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous because I was like, I know Flav like the mixed girls. So I was like, I need to bust her little bubble real quick. Because she may go to him and say some crazy stuff. So I said, let me just put her on blast. I'm about to just tell it all. She said she going to China to get an Asian man. That's what
Hey, let me ask you, because this is like definitely like a iconic season. What's a few, or if you have a favorite moment, like what's your favorite moment?
You just took the question right out of my mouth, man.
Both shows, like one of each.
I mean, okay, yeah, for Flavor of Love and for Charm School.
Moment that I like the most.
Your favorite. Give me your best, your favorite moments.
Most memorable.
Yeah.
I think
it could be more than one.
Her Instagram.
It could be more than one. A lot didn't happen. And I know a lot didn't happen.
She just posted it on her Instagram recently.
Yeah, the one I posted on Instagram when we were trying to see if Crazy was having sex with him.
Oh yeah, I literally just.
Yeah.
I was asking him questions. I should have put the other clip. I should have put the other clip. So basically, what was going down was I didn't
call me to Jordan.
Nibbles was my roommate too. But there was a lot of conversation. But if you watch the show, you'll see it because Nibbles was like, well, Bootz said da-da-da-da-da. Because I told Nibbles, we were roommates and she was cool. One thing I liked about Nibbles, she would say she was a hoe. She'll say
she was definitely didn't care.
Yeah, she will say I'm very promiscuous. I'm very I like people who are real. She wasn't fake. So I felt like she was real like me. So I put up on game what was going on. And she was like, "Oh, that's funny because she told me all her secrets." Remember
her secret.
And she was like, so as far as I'm concerned, people under that post that I did post were like, well, did she do it? They both was getting down. I think that Toasty in that clip was making it seem like Nibbles was doing something. That's why I was looking at her sideways like, girl, you was not just sitting there having her do all the work. You was in there doing stuff too. Don't be playing it like she the only one.
Getting them knees dirty.
Yeah. So I'm like, ain't no way. Like when I asked her, she's like, oh, I just heard noises. I said, what kind of noises? Tell me. Because that doesn't make sense. Like you just laying there, so you just laying there. And they're just going at it. Girl,
right. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had a part that you, like what's her name? Dar, or what was her name? Like that, like she was saying on there. She was like, she just want us to forget she a hoe. Like she said, that's what it was. You didn't want us to know what you was doing, but you wanted to throw Nibbles under the bus. But everybody in the house knew Nibbles was very upfront because she told me everything. She told me how big it was. She told me what she did. She said, but see, the thing that she told me straight up, the thing, I know all her secrets. She don't know mine. And that's how he found out Toasty was a porn star and she got eliminated.
Who's watching that anyway?
What's crazy to me back then, I'm like, how did he find it online? Because, it wasn't online like now where you could Google things. So I'm like, how did they find her?
The VHS tape.
Shit, they got the covers. Then they go looking for the tape, the CD.
I really am wondering though, like, because Googling, I don't even know was in play then. Maybe Google, but what site would you go to? You know what I mean? Like, what site would you go to back then? Like, it was only MySpace.
Yahoo.
So I'm like,
Yahoo.
She told somebody the site. Maybe
Trailer
it was
Park Horse.
Because back then, that's when Craigslist was going.
Trailer Park Horse.
Craigslist.
Look,
however people were looking up Corinne Steffens, that's how they looked her others.
Yeah, because I'm like, where did they get that footage? Because she's not famous. You know what I'm saying? So, but Nibbles did say with her, I think she said, she told me her sex name was Natalia. Something she said. So they must have had lots of, that's how I know they were doing stuff together.
I might.
Jordan's stupid.
Yep.
She a little wild. So that's your favorite moment? Okay, cool. That was a little controversial.
I don't know. Flavor of Love, I don't really know the moments. Maybe when the rappers came.
Okay.
Did you dabble in that world?
What world?
The rapper world.
Yeah. That's why the rappers.
Back
picked up some pointers and then dropped the banger.
Well, let me tell y'all this secret, because I don't know if they aired it or not. I haven't watched it in years. When the rappers came and Juicy J was like for real though, he kept trying to get me to get with him, right? I kept feeling like he's setting me up. Cameras is right here. If I say this, then I'm gonna get eliminated because he gonna say, you know.
Hey, she's trying to fuck with Juicy J.
And then he started whispering. He was like, no, for real, like. Would you be with me if you wasn't on this show? Something he said. He was flirting and telling me, no, for real. Like, would you let me take your date? Something he said. But I just felt like it was a setup the whole time. And actually, one thing I'll say that I was just shocked at how, I ain't gonna lie. I guess when y'all watch it, it's different. But being there, I was shocked at how nice the rappers were talking about me. Because I ain't gonna lie. When I was twerking, I thought about it later. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
What?
Because remember what Crazy was saying. Oh, you was doing this, you did. Because remember, I don't know what they're going to say to him. They're supposed to be his friends. Do you get what I'm saying? So in my head, remember, he was asking their opinion of each girl. So I didn't know what their opinion was going to be. That was a shocker. And then another shocker was New York actually had vouched for me when he took her out. I don't know if y'all remember that. When he asked her,
I remember that. It's my favorite shit.
She said, I like Bootz because I think that Bootz is really her, and I think she's really here for you. And
I do remember that.
I was shocked. I was shocked at that. I was shocked at that. But you know what I like about New York? She's a real bitch, and I'm gonna tell y'all why in real life. Because I think she saw, like this is like an elevation of what she started, and she liked it. Like this girl is doing what the other girl should be doing. You know what I mean? Like. It was entertaining. I was just saying what I want. I'll do what I want. I didn't care about, I'm not pleasing this man. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And if you don't like it, I can bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they knew I was me. I wasn't trying to please nobody. Like,
Right.
no. This is just a show. You know, I am shocked at the status that we started having. I remember Steve Harvey was the one celebrity I remember because, you know, I'm from LA. He had his morning show out there then. I think, I don't know if he was syndicated then, but everybody, my mom used to listen to the morning show all the time. So I would hear it, and my mom was like, Steve Harvey said he loved you on the show because you were very smart because you wouldn't sleep with Flav. I said, he said it. So my mom was
100.
saying he said that he really liked me and that I stood out to him because I didn't care about the show, you know, all of that, that I knew my value. And one thing I hate about now, when I get into it online, people try to lie on me and make little comments that aren't true because they don't want to know the simple fact or acknowledge the fact that I had respect for myself,
Right.
that I actually left the show. Because let's keep it real. Nowadays, these girls will be fucking producer, security guards, all types of stuff. So I ain't doing none of that. And didn't have to. And I hit a lot of statuses. I was everywhere. Everywhere. That's why these
You
younger people,
definitely.
when I get into it with them, all they could say is, "Oh, you're not famous. You're not this." I said, "You sound dumb. That's why you on my page."
Mm-hmm.
Hey, son.
Hey. So speaking.
Hey, was that for real? What something did?
What you say, Jordan?
God.
He said, "Was that
I
for
was
real?"
asking about.
That something did on the floor.
Oh.
It was really real. It was really real, and you know, it's crazy because even like now they have all these little app shows that just copy everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything, to that moment. I think I saw something recently. I forgot whose show that was, but they tried to, you know, a girl tried to shit on the floor. Like, that's old. Like, it's like I'm just tired of seeing the same thing.
Right.
I think it would be good to bring the girls back. I think that would be
I will
very
watch it like a
entertaining
mug.
because a lot of us don't get along. A lot of us don't like each other.
Hey, as long as you Bucky and Delicious is cool. That's all I'm.
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And you gonna
It's all
still be
good. You
cool
my
with
favorite anyway. You my favorite anyway, so I ain't tripping.
No, no. Mm-mm.
Dang.
No, there's no rekindling that.
Myself and me and Delicious are cool.
No rekindling.
I think there's some conversations me and her have to have that I would like to have, just to, you know, just some conversations. But we're cool. But anybody else, I am not friends with them. I do not desire to have a friendship with them.
Well, that answers that.
Right, there you have it. There.
And I hate when people put me together with other girls because they'll say, "You guys were always together." And I'm like, "No, we were not. I would always do everything, and that person would just stand there." Like, where do you get that? And I'm not
Y'all
gonna
in the
lie.
same
I
shot.
really like on these shows, I felt like I was on my own because I was. Anything that I do, I felt like I had to have the balls to do it. So it's not fair to put somebody else in it and say it's always you guys. No, it's not. I've always done my own thing. If I'm cool with them, I'm cool with them. But I've always done my own thing. I've never been a follower. I've never just did anything. And anything I said it to their face.
A real one.
Facts.
You know,
real.
like
you got that.
A real
That
one.
right on the head.
Yeah, the eliminations. You know, people love to get off on, "Oh, this person told you this." I said, "And did they touch me?" They didn't do a damn thing.
They couldn't do it.
Who cares
Hey,
what they
if New York wasn't on the show, it would have been you and Delicious in the finals. Show.
No, it would have. And you know, it's crazy because when New York came back, you know, I was top 3. So my parents were already
I was
packed
so
up.
hurt.
My parents were packed up because the parents were coming. It would have been a whole nother show with New York's parents and my parents. I really wish, because I was top 3, I wish they would have put New York as like her being there, but it still should have been the top 3 girls. You get what I mean? Because I was top 3, but because New York came, they made it seem like New York and the other 2 girls. But my parents were packed up and ready to go the next morning, but I had got eliminated that night before from Flavor of Love. But that would have been a whole nother ball game because I don't get along with my dad. And I literally, what's crazy is I told my dad, they asked y'all to come to the show, don't bring your ass on the show either. Because and he was packed up, ready to go, and we got into it. I said, "Yeah, I'm glad I got eliminated because I told you should even." It would have been. I think it would have been. The show would have been like something else. We all packed up. Oh, so you just trying to start problems?
Nah, not daddy. Daddy said, "I don't care what you talking about. I'm packing and I'm coming."
Yeah, we don't get along. We don't get along like that. So I'm like,
I'm there.
Oh yeah, he was gonna come, and I don't know what would have happened, but I do think that was their big mistake, was not allowing the original cast, the top 3 plus New York. If she was a guest, yes, she ended up being. But you get what I'm saying. If it's another season, make it the top 3 girls.
Yeah, definitely you be in it. May have won. Exactly. I don't know. You think Delicious actually liked him? Or was that fake too? Right. You don't know.
I think she
I'm
did.
thinking because I know how I think, so I don't know how Delicious thinks. But what I will say is I don't think so. But I will say I don't know how he is in the bedroom. I don't know if some guys, they can do some things and it'll change your whole
convince. Yeah. Look, because she was like, shit, maybe. Maybe, but that's a true statement.
Yeah, so I don't know what they had going on, but I don't know what me and him ain't never got that close. So, meaning like even conversations, it was literally like no.
He a legend, but that's a water bug. He a legend though.
And you know what? Yeah, I got into it recently with one of these little hoes who just thought, oh, I'm gonna say some shit. I think people thought I was sticking up for Delicious. I wasn't sticking up for Delicious. I actually felt like she shouldn't have said that because when we was on TV, people used to say little stuff like that to us. You know what I'm saying? Like little comments here and there, dog us. So I didn't condone that, but the person ended up saying some crazy stuff, and I'm like, half the people talking about Flav she looked like she a fucking kin to his ass, and she over here talking shit. And I just be feeling like, I hate when people be doing that, but then when I say something, it's like, oh, she's doing it for clout because she hasn't been on TV. Ain't nobody, wasn't no fucking clout, bitch. I'm the clout hoe. You went, I'm the fucking clout. You copying everything, doing extras, stuff we didn't even have to do. I got photos with Eddie Murphy. We was in that bitch. Like, period. Or I was, because ain't no other girl got no pictures with Eddie Murphy but me.
Hey.
So I was in every Hollywood event.
Talk that talk.
Raven Simone, all of them. So while they talking all that shit, and I'm talking over in New York too. So while they be talking about, oh, you didn't get this, you didn't get that. At the end of the day, it's a different world when we came into the industry. Wasn't no other shows. If it was if it was Flavor of Love, now we would be on all these little shows, just like Love and Hip Hop's on it. They'll go to boot camp, that marriage boot camp, different shows and stuff. We didn't have different shows. It was just us. It was us for a long time. Because I remember we would literally be the only girls getting booked for a good year before they did the other shows, the spinoff shows and stuff like that. So, and even then, I hate when this is my ultimate thing I hate. When they try to put us with other girls of other shows. We are one of a kind. I don't like when they do that. I hated the fact they did I Love Money. That's why I was not a part of it. I felt like they're not on our level. I'm not going to infuse who I am with these type of people. They are not on our level. I didn't give a fuck how they feel about it. They're not. Y'all didn't hit the ratings we hit. Y'all shouldn't even be on the same show as us. Like, it was crazy. And that's the reason they stopped fucking with us, because that dude killed that Playboy. I don't know if y'all remember that. They stopped fucking with the Flavor of Love girls because they wanted to do all these outside shows with the Rock of Love girls. They had other guys coming in on their shows, and he killed the Playboy model. They ended up scratching all the other shows. I'm like, first of all, that's Rock of Love. You shouldn't even been giving them what you gave them. They had a charm school. They had a charm school, and do you know their prize is $100,000? The Flavor of Love girls' prize is $50,000. I had an issue with that too. We made this network.
I made that. I get lowball.
These girls, right? You lowballing us, but they getting all of that. So
that's a lowball like a mug.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be infused with them. Their ratings, and they're not legends like we are. It just start getting watered down, you know, with all these different shows. And every girl I felt like that was on all the shows after us felt like they were on our level. Even the Flavor of Love 3 girls, I felt like they were on our level. They say shit that irritates me. I had an interview with one of the girls, and she gonna say, well, it was degrading the women. Our shit was not degrading the women. I'm not gonna sit there and play that dumbass. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. It wasn't degrading. And my thing is, it's just crazy how they remember everything, try to say anything they can. But why is no one mentioning the fact that I was willing to leave because I'm not going to sleep with a man on national television? So you're saying that's degrading? No one mentions that. They never want to mention anything that was good, because as far as they're concerned, we're just horrible women and we're bad examples. We're this and that. And that's the problem I have with Monique. And people were like, well, why is she still talking about it? Because when she hosted the Love and Hip Hop reunion, y'all remember that with Erica Mena and I think Naya. She was all head girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
they
were fighting and arguing, calling each other bitches, hoes. We didn't do, and they were fighting. We never fought. So for me looking at her, I just felt like, why didn't she say the stuff she said to us? You know what I mean? Like, I just like people to keep that same energy. If you feel a ways, you feel a ways, and keep that same energy. That's all. Just be true to yourself. But I felt like that's why I say we're the most hated, because I really feel like things were said to us that shouldn't have been said. You know, there's bitches that think they in Hollywood, like colorist Claudia.
Right.
You know, she had made comments, you know, but it's like, girl, you ain't even never made it. Like, you're mad.
No.
It was a lot of people who just hated the fact that bigger celebrities, you know, really loved us. Like Kelly Rowland said some nice things. Right. Like when I got eliminated, she was like, where's Bootz? Everybody was watching us. Everybody. Like,
yeah.
I just wish that I wish we knew, because I feel like girls nowadays going on reality, they have that. You know, like they feel like, oh, people watch this. We didn't know that these celebrities watched us. We were shocked that knowing that celebrities are watching us, because we're getting told, especially when I'm in Charm School, I just did not like the whole energy of Charm School. I didn't even know it was Charm School. I don't know if y'all know this. They told me it was supposed to be like The Apprentice. I wouldn't never let like a show like that, you know, where they said, I don't know if you remember, but they had put things up about us, like saying, oh, you guys are a disgrace. I felt like, I'm not no damn disgrace. So I felt
really.
That's what if you look at the first episode when Monique came out, that's exactly what she said.
Yeah.
And said that people aren't laughing with us, they're laughing at us. I felt like that was harsh, and it was a lie. This is a show. But you see, I was the only one calling it out. Like, I called it out on the reunion, and I said, well, you don't want to talk about hanging from chandeliers on your shows. And I loved Queens of Comedy until I met her on the show.
Right.
I didn't like it. And I just felt like you do a lot of stuff because that's your job. So, because she told me, well, that's my job. I said, well, this is our job. And I said, so I don't understand the difference. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like we just the most hated. They won't even make sense with their statements. I'm the type that we're going to get down to the bottom of, well, why do you feel that way? And they can never explain. They can never explain. And then when you bring that shit up, they want to be, you know, all appalled and shit. It's like, but you don't want us bringing what you be saying and doing. That's the thing.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
And I'm not going to lie, when I did see her hosting that reunion, I just felt slighted. Like, that's so sad how you literally dogged us, talked crap about us, tried to belittle us, but you didn't give us the respect you gave those girls. They were just women. You sat back, let them fight. You wouldn't let us fight. You know what I mean? Like, you talked all that crap about us. She called Pumpkin, the Horror Charm School. Woo, woo, woo. Like, I just feel like back then they just really dogged us. They dogged us. They disrespected us. I don't care what people say. I don't feel like our show was even that bad at all. Like for us, I tell people to this day, for us to not even lay a finger on each other and our show be that big, that is something in itself. And it had nothing to do with, they all try to be funny. Oh, off of Kissing Flav. It ain't off of Kissing Flav. It's the fucking fact that we all had our different mindsets and our own, what they want to say, characters. I wasn't a character, but you get what I'm saying. Our own personalities. People enjoyed our own personalities, the different girls. And that's hard to do. That's why they could never do it after us.
And it's exactly why y'all getting hated on the most.
Exactly.
Right. We get hated on the most because there's bitches that's been sucking dick for years, like Colorist Claudia, and she's never made it. And she's never made it. Like I told her last time I checked, girl, you was holding a sign on, because she tried to be funny in my DMs and say, "Oh, you're that girl from that competition show." I said, "No, you're that girl from that competition show, the one where there was 30 girls holding numbers." So I checked her. Like these older women, some of them get too bold.
Why they be trying boots, man?
She gonna try, and this is the crazy part. I don't know this lady. We literally been having back and forth all of these years because this bitch is so jealous. She's such a jealous asshole. She literally went on talking about me. Oh, she's not famous. If you have to say that somebody is not famous, you are so jealous, it's ridiculous.
Jealous already.
That you feel like they're famous.
You don't even need to say they're not famous. Why even say it? If they're not famous, they're not famous. She's very jealous. And you know, they all talked about reality TV back then, and I checked her about that too. But you was trying to be on though and didn't make it.
Everybody use it differently.
You know, she couldn't hang. Like I told her, you wasn't valuable. Right. Yeah, she couldn't hang. Right. I don't care what nobody say. If I see New York say it, but I feel the same way. If we get them that's the type of checks we should have fucking had. Was them what was the show? Real Housewives checks. And if I got that, I'm staying on. So bitches be mad because their personalities don't stand out. And I start realizing they be jealous of us younger girls because we had what they didn't have, and she has been out here doing all these sexual favors and ain't been nowhere. Like I told her, I didn't even know that was your show, and who cares? It's Fox Soul. It ain't like you on E channel. So I thought it was the Ray show.
Boots don't have no chill.
Look, I thought it was the Ray show. As much as they kept talking about Lisa Ray.
Yeah.
So I'm like, girl, please.
Wow.
You know, people love to talk shit, but when I talk shit back, it's all of a sudden, oh, she's a clout chaser. No, I just say what the fuck I want to say, and you're not gonna say something, and then when I respond, I'm a clout chaser when I'm the fucking clout. Period. Like, we started this shit. Y'all not gonna try to dim any light. Y'all not gonna try to be funny. You know what I'm saying? On any of this shit. These hoes be having to do OnlyFans videos, sucking dick, laying on the ground, doing this, doing that. I ain't never had to do that. I had an OnlyFans, and somebody gonna come on there talking about, oh, you only charge $10, ha ha ha. I said, yeah, bitch, because I ain't showing shit. So?
Right.
So if I pay my $10.
So speaking about having clout, you got your own business.
What did he say?
Go ahead, Jordan. You spend your $10.
So if I pay my $10, you know what I'm saying? This would be the first OnlyFans I ever pay for. I'll be watching.
No, I don't go on there now. This is when it was popping.
Oh, okay. You know, just wondering. You know what was on there? Would I be seeing you cooking on there or something like? What am I paying for?
So like the stuff that what they're paying for was just stuff that a little bit more seductive than what I post on Instagram. But I kind of feel like not that I show a lot, but for me, I just feel like it's cute photos, but it ain't nothing like where you see.
You just got it. Period. That's all.
Titties, pretty pictures. Look, pretty pictures.
That's it. You just got it. You ain't got to do too much for it to be.
But you got to understand too, these girls are making millions because you're paying the fee. Like if it was $10 plus the little private message, don't you got to pay like the $100 or whatever they put for the real stuff? That's how they get paid. So so it's like the main price which you can only go up to $25 a month. Then they have where if you go on the messages, certain people, you could put it to where they have to be charged again to open up a private message. So that's where the girls would do nude stuff. So even if you paying the max 25, you ain't seeing they ass and titties for that. You got to go to the messages and pay them another 100. It only goes up to 100.
Yeah, I got a good imagination.
You, whatever it is. That's why you see viral videos
killing the game
of people. Yeah, that's how they getting millions of dollars, because you're paying the main fee, and then when you get in there, you get stumped like, why I ain't seeing nothing? Because you got to pay 100 for to see the real deal.
Oh, that was just to get in, Playboy.
That's just to get in. So I don't know. I just feel like I am proud that
that's crazy.
Yeah, nobody has any pictures of me like that.
Good.
Like that.
No. Stay sacred.
None. I don't want to say too much, but nobody has pictures on OnlyFans. Me.
Yes. Stay sacred.
Oh God. Hey, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. So as Jordan plays with his phone over here, I do want to kind of spin the conversation, because you have your own business. So can you kind of walk us through that? Like, walk us through partially.
Well, like I said, before the show, I had my own
where the vision come from, all that.
Yeah. Well, before the show, I had my own business. So while I was in high school, I was going to college at the same time. So I graduated from college and high school at the same time. Wow. So I was doing both. And then because I already knew what I wanted to do, I knew I wanted to have my own business, because I don't like having a boss. I'm not doing that. I just felt like there's a cap on your money. I don't like that. So I knew from an early age, this is what I want to do. They put me in the schooling I need to do so I can do it out of high school. I said, I don't want to go to college. I feel like it's a waste of time. That's how I felt then, because I don't want to work a regular job. Mm-hmm. So I went to school. I went to hair school, college, high school. And then, so when I got out of high school, I immediately started doing hair and had my own business, all of that. So once I got on the show at that young age, there were more opportunities to sell hair. People remember I was like the first person to wear like the curly Indian hair, because back then people were going to swap meet buying Remy. Nobody knew about that expensive Indian, that's when that started. I wore that.
Horseback.
Right. So that's because I had the background of doing hair. You know what I'm saying? I already had the business. I had the hair, all of that. So I started with that. Once the show happened, like I said, I just didn't feel comfortable working in a place where people aren't serious about getting their hair done. People aren't serious about what I do. They just want to see a celebrity. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just started to have, figure out how to do different businesses. And that's when all the hair companies were coming. But, back then it wasn't as good as it is, now. So I revived Partially Savage. It wasn't the name before, but I revived that because I felt like it's more lucrative. We have Instagram. You could post it. You could, do free marketing on there or pay for it. So it's just a little different. So I just wanted to try it like that. And with COVID hitting, it's like you couldn't work anyway. So I just felt like I already have an education and all of this, so why not? And that was like my, what's the word? That's my passion, is doing hair. But it's just, I don't trust people to know where I'm at. So I might change my mind, maybe do it a different way later, but I don't know yet. But I'm actually also attending college. I like to just have different streams of income. So right now, I'm thinking about, after having 3 kids, I'm thinking about becoming an RN. So I'm actually finishing up one of my degrees, which is in business, and then I'm going to go with that. So
cussing out no residents, man.
I don't want to. What resident? I want to be with babies on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because my experience as a mom, like I had some rich good nurses, and then I had about 1 or 2 nurses that were just like, how you even make it here? Because I went to the best hospital to have my kids. And I'm just like, I want to be like that. That's just a beautiful moment to have. I really like my experience having kids. So I just feel like I would be good doing that. Like, I don't want to work with no old people. I don't want to do that. I want to, my goal is like, I want to do, the baby. I'm trying to guess now, like if I even want to work with the babies, because I hear all these horror stories. You got to see psychologists because babies die, things happen. I would love to do that, but I don't know if that's something that I want. Maybe I just want to be in the room with the moms while they're waiting to have the kids, and then you call the doctor, stuff like that. But I feel like as I got older, I think I am more okay with going to college, because back then I'm like, no, I'm not, because I am a honor roll student as well. So I don't know. I just feel like now it's just different. So I'm like, I'm just going to finish the degree, see what happens. Because even with having the businesses, I tell people, like, that's the thing I noticed with a lot of the girls, like they don't have anything to fall back on. Like I have a lot of different things that I can fall back on. If I want to jump back in reality, I can, but that's just a side thing. I think that's why I hate when people be like these dumb little fans be like, oh, your career ain't even work. I said, bitch, I got plenty of careers. Like that's a side gig. They get it confused. There's no career in reality. Like that should be a side gig, extra money. That's what it was for me back then. That's what it would be now. If I do decide, to do it, it has to benefit, so that's what I'm on right now. I think with path, and I can retire doing that. With doing hair, having the companies, things go up, things go down. Nothing's guaranteed.
You got that good quality grade A hair over there. Yep. And lashes.
I don't like when people say grade A. It's either raw hair or it's not.
Well, you got that raw hair over there.
Yes.
That's that.
Hey, this man said grade A. He said
grade. No, I've heard that. A lot of girls say that, but they be getting it from the websites and stuff. But I don't know what that is. They say
I'm a support.
Right.
I'm a support and buy my fiance some.
Well, I added these lashes. These are one of my lashes. And my favorite is Savage. These are Savage.
Go do a slow blink real quick.
A slow blink.
Yes, sir. Them look like a good 17.
25.
God damn.
You talking about
don't blink too fast. You might fly away.
Yeah, these are. Wait, these are either 20. Yeah, 25. So all of them are 25, but they're all different styles. Like you could tell.
They fired though. They fired.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of felt like if I buy all this stuff, I should be able to like make it a business and then be able to write it off. So that's how I be thinking, like, I'm paying all this money for hair, all this money for lashes when I do this, and I could just have my own. So and I added clothes on there. But clothes was a whole nother ball game, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that again, because I just like all types of different things, and it's a lot with clothes. Like with having the hair and the lashes. The hair and lashes is pretty easy. But clothes is a different ball game because you gotta change every season.
I'm gonna purchase some things off of your website.
I mean, you got to, man. I've been
you got to support.
I like I love my favorite hair that I sell is the curly. I'm about to put that in for my birthday.
You get y'all get them from horses from Dubai.
That's the non-raw hair. I don't sell that.
She said that raw hair.
That's some overseas horse.
Raw hair is the hair. Raw hair is the hair they shave off of the people. It's real hair.
Oh, okay.
I seen something about that.
Yeah, the yaki is that horse balled up stuff. So yeah, but I enjoy doing it. I think that
but you know what, you just mentioned something that caught my attention. My fault. I'm sorry. My fault. Go ahead.
I definitely.
Oh, okay, no, I hop back in. My fault. Oh, go ahead. So, you mentioned your birthday. No, so you mentioned your birthday. You got a birthday coming up in a couple of weeks, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot! Shout out.
That I've been waiting for all year.
Of course you have.
Yeah. So, I was about to say November the 4th. So what you got planned? I'm not going to ask you how old you are or how old you turn, but what do you have planned for it?
It's funny because my kids, I have 2 teenagers, and they be like, my son is so smart. He be knowing all my business. I'd be like, how you be knowing? Because I'd be like, how old am I? He be knowing, he be saying it wrong. I said, I didn't forgot how my daughter be like, how old are you, mommy? I said, I don't know. I'm 21 forever. And then she like, Mar, you don't know how old? I said, nope, I stopped counting. Cause they can't believe they be Googling me and stuff. They be asking me, why do people call you that? When people come up to me and say, you know, are you Boots? My daughter said that. I be laughing. They be Googling me. I keep forgetting, like, and then they be laughing. So I showed them a couple episodes and they just be laughing, like, yep, that's mommy. Like, they'll tell you, like, mom, you do not play. I do not play. Like, and it's funny because my daughter has her dad's personality, but she looks exactly like me. But she acts exactly like her dad. And he is so opposite me, it's crazy. He is literally, you guys, if people met him, like, y'all be like, y'all are so different. He's very, very, like, different. And she acts exactly like him, but looks like me. She's very quiet and don't say much. She be just looking at me like I'm crazy. But I'm glad I have good kids though, because my daughter is nothing like these girls I be seeing.
They start young.
She be telling me about God, and then I'll be feeling like, dang, am I bad? Like,
I need to catch up.
God, she'd be like, mommy, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Because they follow me on TikTok. And my mom, and then my daughter will text me with a dead emoji face, and then she'll go on we'll share like a Spotify, you know, the account to play music. I was listening to Tyga, it was like a booty shape or something. She going, oh, and Ice Spice, you know how she had her butt out or bent over. She gonna text me, mommy, what is this? Why are you listening to this? Or put the dead face emoji like, why? Who is this? And then my son will say, oh, that's Ice Spice. I said, how you know who Ice Spice is?
Son gotta know. Son gotta know.
He gotta know. Gotta know. Gotta know what Spice is.
Lie and say, I don't know. You know, exactly. You know how you know.
He knows.
Gotta know what Spice is.
So speaking of your music,
right?
I see you dabble in the music in a little bit.
Did, but I just feel like, I mean, I would, but I am so sick of like certain people like in the industry, and you know how guys are, and I don't know. I'm a different breed. I'm very pretty on the outside, but in the inside, I think like a guy. And I think that guys don't expect that. With a lot of them in the industry that I have talked to, they get shocked and stuff, but they can't play me. And they be wanting shit. You already know they be wanting to do stuff. But it's like, what's the benefit? Like, what are you doing? I don't be caring who none of these niggas are. Like, I would literally be like, what you here for? I don't give a fuck. I will cuss their ass out. I done cussed a lot of niggas out. I done cussed their ass out. They've been shocked as fuck. Because, you know, people got egos and they be feeling like, oh, I'm so-and-so. I don't give a fuck. I remember I said you.
Right, nigga, so?
I went off on this one guy. And he was so shocked. It was like, Larissa cussed me the fuck out. He told me that she cussed me the fuck out. I sure did. They be trying it. And I know I look younger than I am. So I think a lot of young guys, they holler at me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just over like the rappers.
TT ain't your speed, baby.
Yep.
TT ain't your speed.
TT ain't your speed, baby. Oh, never mind.
Who's that?
Never mind. You ain't TT. You. What they call you then, huh? You youngin. You ain't TT. I'm Unc. I'm at the Unc level. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the Unc stage in my life.
Oh, she's still at the youngin level. She's still at the youngin level.
I'm 21 forever. Okay.
Go ahead. I ain't finna hate it. I'm not hating.
One thing about me, I don't think I'll date or even talk to a younger guy anymore. I tried one. He was so immature. I wanted to punch him in the face. Like, I just can't. Everything that I thought that would stay on. Huh?
I mean, how young are we talking?
Anything younger than me.
God.
Like, they be so immature. They be so immature, saying
That
dumb
is not-
stuff. And I'm the one where
I
I'll just be
agree.
like,
But not all of
I'm the
them.
one that'll be on that. And then they like to text and face. I don't like to text. I could text, but I don't like FaceTime. It's like, you got to make an appointment. Stop FaceTiming me thinking, you just go FaceTime.
Can I hit you at Thursday 7:30?
I don't think that's bad, because I literally be feeling like, I don't know, maybe I just be in my own zone. I don't take guys seriously. I think they be playing games until they show me. So if they don't show me, I'll be in my own world. They be having to tell me to call them. And I'm not mean. It's just I be in my own world, because I just, especially when they're rappers, athletes, we know what's going on. Like, I'm not dumb. I do my own thing too. But I'm not going to call you. Like, you call me.
Right.
Because they like to play games. They like to play games. Why am I calling you? Like, only reason you text me or call me is if you want to see me, you want to fly me out, you want to spend money. What are you doing? Because what are we talking about? Like, we could talk about whatever we need to talk about on a date. You need to prove something to me. I don't have time to wait. I don't want to do that.
Flued out.
Because, niggas be thinking, especially the industry niggas think, oh, I'm going to just tell her whatever. And when she get here, I'm not going to do what I said. Oh, no, you're going to put a deposit down. That's what you're going to do.
Right.
And
y'all hear that?
I want it up front.
Security.
I want my deposit up front, or I'm not brushing one baby hair to go nowhere. I'm not going nowhere until you put the deposit.
Well,
they be trying it.
I mean, if y'all want to play that game, it pays to play.
Hey.
Pays to play.
Yeah, because my thing is, guys always say, well, girls don't know their place, or women don't know their place. I know my place, and my place is wherever I want to sit. And you need to know your place. I think guys, a lot of times, they play that game, but they be the most sensitive. And because I think some guys, they told me I was mean, but it's not that I'm mean. I just don't play no games. And you're not going to say no dumb stuff and then say you're joking. You wasn't joking.
No, you wouldn't joke, big dog.
You know what I'm saying? So
you tried to get off on me.
You're not used to somebody as straightforward as me. You know what I mean? Some girls, they get off on who's a celebrity, who's not. I don't. I tell them straight up. Know who I've been affiliated with. Catch up. I don't care who you think you is. Like, you don't treat me right.
That part.
Because some of them and that's the younger dudes be thinking like, oh, because of who I am, I'm gonna have her doing it. You're not gonna have me doing shit.
Boots ain't for none.
I could just tell their whole persona.
Right, exactly.
And I just get tired of it. So that's why sometimes I stay to myself, because I don't really like going. I like to go eat a lot, but I don't like.
What Boots like to eat, man?
Steak. I like steakhouse, nice places.
Like lamb chops.
Okay.
I'll do lamb chops, but I just love ribeye with the bone.
Okay. With the bone. Okay.
I like ribeye with the bone. One of my favorite restaurants out here is Delilah's. I like their baked chicken there. They have different stuff, so I kind of like their specialty stuff they have. I like trying stuff, different things.
You taking notes? You taking notes?
No. Go ahead. No, we good. No.
And Delilah's, you can't record. It's so nice. I love it because the ambiance of the place is nice. I went to the one in LA. It was nothing like the Vegas one. Like the LA one, I was shocked. I thought it would be better than Vegas. Vegas was really big. It's way bigger. It's a whole experience. Like
Jordan.
The LA one is kind of really small.
Okay.
Delilah's in Vegas, right?
Yeah, bet. I bet. No, I seen that too when I was just out there. So yeah, I seen that. I know what it's like.
Phone with when we link up is a vibe.
Pretty bitches link up, bitch get dressed, it's up, we finna slide.
Pull up on my head with gang, I'm right here posted with the guys.
I'm with the gang, don't make them bang. We come in peace, you should coincide.
Who got them works, who got them bangs? You ain't a bitch, go inside.
Bang, 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 ski, ski, ski. Why your nigga looking at me?
Pop that ass, left right cheek. Fuck your nigga, just go cheat.
We outside, we